It's probably just gonna be part 2. How to take the filter off and everything. Now, it's right here on the right side, just under the tire. It's really easy to get to. I mean, this thing is probably one of the easier ones to get to. Sometimes it's tough to get off because, you know, heat and everything. It's right there. But, kidding me? I think this is gonna... I might need... Hold on. I'm probably gonna have to use 2 hands. Just bear with me. There it goes. Alright, got it off. Sometimes they're a little bit of a pain. Position your oil pan under it. Unscrew it off. And there it goes. You might want to let a little bit of it drain out if we actually take it off, because there is oil. A lot of oil behind this sometimes. There it goes. There. Alright, I'm just gonna set that in there. Nasty. Alright, and then oil should be just lightly dripping off of it. It's right there. That's it. I'm just gonna leave that under there. And then pre-fill. That's just what I've always done. You don't gotta do it. So I've done it. Take the filter, and then you just pop the cap off of this, and then pour just a certain amount in the filter, because when you first start it up, there's going to be no oil in the motor, and it's got to push this. It's going to push the oil through this to get to the rest. And if there's no oil in there, there might be that little bit, a little bit of time it doesn't have oil. Could wear your engine out slightly more. I don't know if it actually does, but most engine wear starts up on the startup. Most engine wear comes from the startup, actually. Now, basically, I need to clean this thing. No. I'll just set it right here. You get a filter or a cone, and just put it in there and pour a little bit down the drain. So, doesn't take much, really. You don't want to overfill it, because when you go to put it on an angle, it'll spill out. Put oil on the ground, you waste it. But a little bit helps, honestly. There you go. Or just kind of swirl it around. Make sure all that stuff gets at least a little damp. You put more in, but I'm not, because honestly, this video. But just a little bit helps. And before I forget, you want to get some oil on your finger, run it around this gasket. It makes going a lot easier, and in my opinion, probably come off easier. I'm not sure. Once that's all in there, it's all around there. Basically, just careful not to get any gunk, knocking it all over the place. Before you make sure that's clean. It's clean right now, and you just slip it on there. Find the thread placement. Should be right there. Screw it back on. Now, just get it hand snug, and then quarter turn. So that's on now. Before you put the oil in, make sure this is on. Both plugs are on. Everything's tight. Nothing's gonna leak. Because nothing's more of a pain in the ass. Putting all this in, putting oil in, and then finding out you've got a plug, because there is 2 instead of 1. Ugh. I have too much oil left over. Alright, now fill it up. Cap's right here, right next to the intake. Get that off, set it somewhere we're not going to lose it. Conan. And once again, Mobile One 1040 because I live in Florida. Synthetic. And just pour it in. Now you don't want to pour it too fast because it could overflow and come out the neck of it. So just take your time. And it takes 5 quarts. Some engines might have a deep pan, but obviously you probably should know that because these come with 5 quart stock. I did modifications to this, a lot of them, but I did not put a deep well oil pan in there because I didn't really need it. But some people do. Do buy a car with that modification, just check. Usually they're bigger or made out of a different material, or they look newer than the rest of the motor. And it's going up pretty easy. Man. Now I understand everybody on the car video is trying to do this with one hand. God, mad respect for you guys. Jeez, I'm only doing an oil change. This is just annoying. Imagine trying to do something else with a freaking one hand. Oh, bubbles. It's almost done. After you get all of it in there, let it settle for a little bit, maybe a minute, if that. Make sure it dropped all the way down to the pan. Because thick oil like this 1040 does take a little bit of time to drop down past the heads and everything and get to the pan. And now, think about this Mustang. I don't know about the rest, but the dipstick reads a little weird because mine, when I have full 5 quarts, it reads above the fill line, which kind of threw me off because once again I forgot the plug and I was freaking out. But then when I got all of it drained and everything, it still read over. So I looked up on one of the forums, many Mustang forums around, and they're all good guys. They'll tell you what's happening, what's going on. But I don't know if it's my dipstick or just how it's made or just whatever. But it reads above the filler line for some reason. Focus. It's not focusing. Hold on. It reads probably maybe a little bit under halfway, that line between full and the full line. It's quite odd. I mean, I've never seen that before. Maybe it's just a 90s thing, but my Ford doesn't do the same thing. My Ford doesn't read like that. Maybe it's just a different dipstick. I don't know. My camera's having a hard time focusing. Now that, just put the cap back on and let it settle. This engine's kind of warm, so it should loosen the viscosity a little bit, pull it through, so it should pull through to the pan fairly quickly. So, and remember, dispose of your oil properly. You don't want to freaking pollute your damn yard. So I spilled oil over there, and the grass still didn't grow back. So I'll just dispose of it properly. I usually put the old filter in the box. New one came in with the top facing up, so it doesn't spill down the box, and I just do whatever with it. But the oil you want to dispose of, AutoZone takes it. Any auto parts store takes it. You go to the dump if you wish. I mean, but I got tons of oil back there. And also, before you check the level, you want to lower your car, because that'll throw you off. Alright, give it a few minutes. See what she looks like. trying to figure out where to put the camera. That seems good. Oh. This is a pain. Okay, right there. Alright, we'll pull it out, wipe it clean, throw it back in there. Just wait a few seconds, pull it right back out. Now, where it's reading right now, it's pretty much at the full So I guess that's where it's supposed to be. And I always double check stuff like this, because you overfill your engine, too much oil pressure, you could blow a seal. I've done it before in my Ford because I was an idiot high schooler who could care less, honestly, and I blew a seal. It was the Valley seal, actually. All the seals. Yep. All right, it's reading it full. But once again, there's no oil in the filter. So that reads good. So there, you want to start your motor a little bit. Let it run through for a little bit. Get it all acclimated to the, have everything fill up, really. I just want to let it run for a little bit. Let the oil flow through everything, all the little nooks and crannies. That sounded pretty good. And that motor looks clean. Some of the perks of living on a dirt road. You can never keep a black car clean. Look at this. I cleaned that last night, and just going out to the store today to pick up oil, it got dirty again. I want to move so bad. And it's everywhere. Alright. Alright, now that it ran a little bit. Now what you want to do, you want to wait a little bit more. That was a lot of waiting, but wait a little bit more. And check your oil again. Is that between the fill line and the full line? If it's halfway up there, should be good. I'd show you guys, but I wouldn't want this video to be too long, because I hate long videos on people ranting, which I'm doing right now. But good luck. I hope this helped. As I knew, I wish I'd have video like this when I was first got this thing. But good luck, and have a good day.